Nov20, first local morning for Friday, November the 20th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. I'm Chris Olcorn with...
Well, I don't know if I'm Larry, Curly, or Mo.
Yeah, that's what we just heard. That's what our producers said in our ear as we're going on air. And it's like, oh, go for it.
I had to restrain from snorting. I guess I'm Colette, not Curly.
And Weather Daniel here.
Good morning,
Good
guys.
morning.
Yeah. Dan's definitely not curly, and neither am I.
No.
Yeah.
No, if anybody, you can do the curly hair. You can make
This was my oops shower look. Didn't have time to do anything to straighten it. So, curly it is. What's going on?
There goes my earpiece.
It's Friday.
Yes. We,
Good start. There we go. There we
Oh,
go.
no, not again like
you lost
yesterday.
your piece? Awesome.
There we go.
It's usually me. It's usually me.
It's from moving the Christmas tree. It was all messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the way, you can see our Christmas tree today, too, as well.
Kinda.
You'll see it more in the weather. So,
Yeah, you'll see it more behind me.
providing some ambiance.
I have to share the camera with the weather, or with the tree for the weather now.
Yeah.
Holy Christmas spirit. Bob
Yeah.
humbug. What's
Grinch.
going on in the community, Chris?
Yeah, let's see
get
what we
away
got
from
going.
Grinch.
We're brought to you by KC Securities, as well as the annual Festival of Trees. The 50/50 raffle is still going on. The early bird raffle ends next Friday, 26th. That's for a $500 Visa gift card. And then the actual 50/50 draws on December the 14th. Make sure you get your tickets for that. The prize raffle finished at basically midnight last night. They're doing the draws today, and the winners will be announced later today. We'll have it on our website, but also if you want anything, you'll be contacted by the Lung Foundation as well, Lung Health Foundation. Then we do have our holiday pick coming up as well. At the end of the show, we got our holiday pick for today.
Have you received a lot?
Yes, we're at...
I bet they're...
Well, in the double digits.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
sending them in.
I think we're at 17 or 18 picks now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, some people sent in more than one pick. I'm not sure if they think that's going to count as a double entry.
I know. Some people will do that.
It's one entry per person for that contest. We'll tell you about that contest later in the show. But
Well, whatever. I think it's a good idea to send it to. Why not? Double your odds.
yeah, my sister sent me 11.
Oh, that's right. You're like,
Well, it's also good. At least you have some extra photos.
And I'm like, friends and family can't win, but nice try.
oh, what?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Doug Ford, he's going to be on at 3:30 today. So we will carry that. Christine Elliott, Rod Phillips, and Dr. Dave Williams will be with him. However, today, Justin Trudeau is going to start doing daily briefings again.
Oh, that means a lot then.
He started them again, and then it stopped him.
Yeah, he did for like 2 days or something, and they stopped. But now apparently he's starting again.
Oh.
Okay.
So we're going to carry that.
See how long it lasts.
They're bringing in the big guns.
So in credit to Doug Ford has not missed a day since March.
he's doing a great
Trudeau
job.
can't seem to keep up with his consistency.
I wonder who you vote for.
Well, I think that should tell you right there.
And then he'll be coming from Rideau College as well. So and there's media availability for media to ask questions afterwards. We will carry that for you. It starts at 11:30, and Colette will be there for that.
I will, absolutely. Join me.
Yes. Okay. Lockdown possibly coming today. Speaking of Doug Ford, he's expected to announce new measures today. We've been through a couple different iterations of lockdowns and restrictions and so on. The restrictions coming out today are probably just going to be for Toronto, Peel, and New York region, where most of the cases actually are. We're lucky up here in Northern Ontario, we only have a few cases and so on. But the reason he's doing this is because in the ICU, we're getting close to capacity in the province. And so the concern is not the amount of people in the hospital, because that part they're able to manage. It's how many people are in the ICU and on ventilators that they're having an issue with. And a lot of the hospitals in Toronto are at capacity right now. So,
Oh, well, great. Well,
fingers crossed nothing will happen here.
Yeah, hope so. Moving along to the story that happened out on Manitoulin Island yesterday, a really sad story. Two OPP officers were, one was unfortunately killed in the line of duty, and the other one is injured. They were actually doing a wellness check on one of the residents, I do believe, and he had worked at the OPP for about 28 years.
Yeah.
Right, and that's Constable Mark Hoving right there. So our prayers go out to his family at this time, and that's just an awful, awful story, and pretty close to here too.
And in a very small community.
Yeah, that's right. He worked at a little current branch, so yeah, very sad.
Yeah, it seems weird that how does someone getting a health check turn into, because the guy that shot the police officer was shot too. And then another police officer was shot that was with the police officer who was shot and killed. I
Right.
mean, how does a health check end up in that?
I don't know.
I think
You don't know what you're walking
hopefully
into
they're-
sometimes, right?
That's the
Yeah.
exact
Right?
thing.
You would
yeah.
know that too, right?
Yeah, even with us, right? You never know, and So
Well, Ford said he's going to ask for the flags at Queen's Park to be lowered. So I think that's
Yeah,
nice.
they've lowered them at all the police stations in Ontario already. So
Very sad.
sad news, and our thoughts go to the family on that. Especially in a small community like that.
Yeah.
It's-
yes.
They probably only have a few police officers to begin with. So, okay, Ontario is obviously not like Alberta. We don't have a lot of oil, so we have to find other ways to make energy. So we are the Ontario government is
Don't know
starting
where
a
this one's going.
hydrogen strategy. They did a hydrogen strategy discussion paper. I'm sure it's wonderful, fun reading.
That sounds
yes,
like
that's
So
super
I'll
educating.
summarize it. So
Prime time
so you don't
reading.
fall asleep at 8 in the morning. Basically, low carbon hydrogen lowers our greenhouse gas emissions. It's reliable for electricity, and it also, a lot of countries are using hydrogen now, so we can tap into that market and then export our technologies there. Plus, it also helps us with COVID-19 and getting people back to work and basically starting a new industry here for different ways to power the planet. I mean, you drive up the highway, you see the windmills here and things like that.
Yes.
Hydrogen you don't see. So it's a way of making energy where someone can't say, I don't want to see a windmill in my backyard type deal.
Right.
Yeah,
And-
so-
Yeah, exactly. It's something
Well,
different.
that's awesome. So actually, we're going to move on to a local story. So Queen Street, we're talking about Queen Street yesterday and some problems they were having, but they're trying to revitalize the downtown area. So Queen Street has a Moonlight Magic and the 12 days to light up the holidays. So every Thursday and Friday from now until the end of December, they're encouraging you to shop local. This is from 2018, I believe. They really are pushing shopping local. It's never been more important than now, right? You want to keep those small businesses in business.
Yes.
So in addition to late night downtown shopping, local merchants will light their storefronts and seasonal displays will charm the Queen Street. So keep your receipts. They want you to know if you make a purchase at any of these Thursday or Friday nights, go downtown to the store, have a selfie, and you're going to hashtag local, hashtag downtown for a chance to win gift certificates to your favorite business. So very cool. It's going to be very beautiful, and we, like I said, between now and the end of December.
Yeah.
Speaking of winter, the Ontario 511 app, which is the traffic app, has got an upgrade. It now has a Track My Plow feature, where you can track where the plows and salt trucks are.
Awesome.
So you can kind of know what roads have been done and what haven't been done. It's also, you'll be able to access the road conditions, weather warnings, and up-to-date information on rest areas. Now, obviously, during COVID-19, some rest areas were closed.
Yeah.
So not every rest area is open. So when you are traveling, you can plan on where the rest areas that are open and that are being cleaned and so on. I know that in the summer I went to one in Ontario Park and the washroom was just closed.
And to that point, in the winter, a lot of them are closed too, that are seasonal. So yeah, it's a very good idea to be able to check that.
Yeah, so you're right. So this app you'll be able to find out what the road conditions are. Is there a plow on the road? Things like that. And also, it has hundreds of traffic cameras on it. And then it also will tell you about construction, collisions, and road closure information as well. So you can actually, let's say you wanted to drive to Toronto. I'm not sure you want to do that right now.
No.
But under normal conditions, not in COVID-19 times, you could actually plan your whole trip, know where you could stop and everything. So
Well, that's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
And you can
absolutely.
see traffic cameras too. We only have a few here though that are on that app, which are just on Highway 17. Going
Yeah, right
downtown.
at the edge of the city there. Yeah.
Well,
And north towards Wawa too.
awesome. I'm going to cut you off because I want to get this story in before the weather, okay?
Go ahead.
Sorry to be rude, but women leaving the workforce faster than men. There was a study done by the Royal Bank of Canada. They released a report announcing 20,000 women in Canada has left the workforce between February and October. Clearly COVID related. They're saying it's to raise the children, stay home. The kids were off. What were you going to do without any daycare? They're between the ages of 20 and 24, 35 and 39 is the demographic they're looking at. Children under 6 only made up 41% of the labor force in February, yet they account for 2/3 of the exodus of parents of 6-year-olds between those age groups. But the study warns this pattern is very dangerous for the future because women who are in industries maybe that are more male dominant industries,
Yeah.
now it's even more
be
so.
more, yeah.
So that's, you know, I mean, they're not going
Yeah.
to go back to the workforce. Your child's 6, And
That's become a bit of an issue.
Yeah, because like in certain professions like engineering, it's only about 25% women, 75% guys.
And
even
politics.
in the engineering schools,
Politics,
politics.
Politics
This is why it's so important that the kids are in school right now.
Absolutely, for sure.
It is important for not only the kids, but for the parents and the mothers to be able to go out and, unfortunately, it's the majority of the time, like you said, it is the
it is. And they go into that, but that's actually posted to StuOnline.com, so please go visit it and read it, because it's very interesting. What do you got for weather? I'm scared to ask.
I told you the snow was going to melt, so there you go. It was nice yesterday.
Okay, we'll give you that.
Let's look at the camera, Mike. You said we have the oh, look at that. He swipes it with the fog. Mike, you got to swipe it again and clean the screen there. My goodness, it's a foggy morning, and it was like driving in, like it was a lot thicker than that. Like it's starting to rise a bit, but yeah, we're gonna see a decent day. We're gonna see some showers move in, and then we're gonna drop though significantly by tonight. Not much in the way of accumulation of snow though in the next few days, which is good, but I'll have all those details coming up after this break with your regional temperatures and your 3-day forecast. In some areas in our region, it's going to be very chilly tonight, and there will be some snow, so make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break. Thank you to Wireless Com for sponsoring this camera.
That 1 in 3 people are affected by fire in their lifetime? Or that 1 in 3 fire deaths happen in homes with no working smoke alarms? You may have just seconds to safely escape a fire in your home. That's why early detection of fire is absolutely vital. Only working smoke alarms provide those precious seconds you and your family need to safely escape. Install smoke alarms on every story and outside all sleeping areas of your home. For added protection, install a smoke alarm in every bedroom. Test smoke alarms monthly by pressing the test button. If the alarm doesn't sound, install a new battery. Replace alarm batteries at least once a year and whenever the low battery warning chirps. And if the alarm still doesn't sound, replace the alarm with a new one. Smoke alarms have an expiry date. Remember to check the back of the smoke alarm for dates of manufacture. Replacement is within the time frame on the manufacturer's instructions. In most cases, 7 to 10 years. Always replace expired alarms. Remember, it's the law in Ontario to have working smoke alarms on every story of your home and outside all sleeping areas. Failure to comply with the Ontario Fire Code requirements could result in a fine or even jail time. So protect yourself and your loved ones by ensuring that all your smoke alarms are functional and up to code. For more fire safety information, please visit www.saultsaintmarie.ca/firesafe.
What's life without making a few mistakes down the road? A few sharp turns. And doing things for what we adore, but might regret later. A trip to Chuck's Roadhouse isn't one of them. With melt-in-your-mouth AAA steaks, buttery lobster tail, half-priced apps after 9 p.m., an ice-cold draft with all your Roadhouse favorites. Chuck's Roadhouse. Food the way it ought to be, priced the way it used to.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local on your Friday morning. Yes, I saw the swipe out of the corner of my eye, and weather is here with Christmas tree and Weather Daniel. So let's do some good mornings because we got a lot of comments going on. We've got good morning to Bev, Juliana, Dom, Karen, and now we will go into our comments here. Ineki, good morning Ineki. Good morning Margaret. Good morning Mom. Carolyn is watching. Virginia. Colette's parents are also watching, and Todd as well. Good morning to Todd. So my goodness, we got a lot of people watching today, so great to see everybody on there chatting with us and dropping a comment. If you do have a comment, make sure you can leave a birthday shout out as well, or a happy anniversary, and we'll mention it on here as well. There's a couple of other questions on there that some people have. We'll address those later on in the show for you. Okay, so let's take a look at the radar. I'm going to move around my tree. Do have the low pressure system that is over just kind of right below us here in Sault Ste. Marie. There is some pockets of precipitation, but there is nothing too major coming our way. We are going to see a lingering shower coming through, but the temperature is going to drop as we get into the nighttime, and we aren't going to see a whole lot of activity coming up until we get into the next few days. But let's get through this for you for the first. We'll get through our temperatures here first for the region. So what we're looking at for daytime highs, they're around normal for the most part, above seasonal in some areas by a couple of degrees, but we're going to be looking at 6 degrees in Thunder Bay, 3s in Wawa and Timmins, 7 here in Sault Ste. Marie, 8 in Elliott Lake, and 10 in Sudbury. So Sudbury seeing that nice warm weather that we had yesterday. Overnight, we're looking at minus 10 in Thunder Bay and Wawa, and then minus 8 in Timmins, so a little bit chilly up there. You're looking at some snow in Thunder Bay tonight, maybe a couple of centimeters. Minus 2 here in Sault Ste. Marie, and minus 7 in Elliott Lake, and minus 6 in Sudbury. Currently, we are sitting at 3 degrees out there. We are expected to see a high of 7 degrees today. Cloudy with a 60% chance of a rain shower late in the morning, as I mentioned, and maybe a passing one in the afternoon. Then we will start to see the temperature drop. Oh, by the way, the fog will dissipate as well this morning. Temperature is going to drop quickly. The winds will shift from west 30 kilometers to northwest, and they will gust to 60 later on in the day. Temperature is going to fall to +1 by later in the afternoon, and then we will get down to -2 overnight, with those winds continuing gusting up to 60 northwest until they lighten up just after midnight. Then we will see flurries for the rest of the night overnight. So not anything expected for accumulation, however, but it will be chilly. On Saturday, we're looking at mainly cloudy, high of 1 degree, not much to report in the precipitation department as well. 30% chance of a flurry. Winds will be 15 kilometers, not 50, sorry. And we will be -4 overnight on Saturday with some cloudy periods. And that leads us into Sunday, which is looking half decent right now. 5 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud, and a low of 1. So not much going on. However, we are going to see things change when we get into your work week on Monday. That's when we're going to see it become cloudy, very windy once again, and a chance of some sleet on Monday. We're looking at maybe a couple of centimeters and a couple millimeters of rain mixed in together, and we're looking at a high of 3. We will see a low of -4 on Monday night, so things could get icy depending on how much that we get on Monday as well. But I'll have all the rest of your details coming up for your 7-day, and we have a weather watcher coming up as well, so that'll be later on in the show. But we'll have more local news coming up right after this break, so make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Canada United is a movement to show local businesses some love. Right now, they could use our support more than ever. So we're asking Canadians to buy local and spread the word. And every time you watch our videos or like our posts, we'll contribute 5 cents to small business relief, starting with this video. So keep watching and tell your friends, because buying local can make a big impact. And small actions can too. Canada United. Together we can make a difference.
At Maitland Ford Lincoln, we see our trucks everywhere. We see them on Queen Street, Lake Street, North Street, Bay Street, 2nd line, 3rd line, 4th line, Pine Street, Great Northern Peoples Road, Wellington, Cora Road, Bruce Street, Carmen's Way, Northern Ave, Trunk Road. Folks come from all over Algoma District and beyond to buy their truck at Maitland Ford Lincoln. Amazing prices, outstanding service. King Street, Shannon Road, Goulet Bay, Black Road, Government Road, and even on Pine Shores. Yep, our trucks are everywhere. Get yours at Maitland Ford Lincoln, built for Northern life, on Great Northern Road, just north of the hospital.
When it comes to peace of mind, think KC Security Services, a locally owned and operated security service, voted the best security company in Sault Ste. Marie. We specialize in mobile patrols and alarm responses. At KC Security, we also offer stationary guard services for commercial and residential properties, events, and more. Available 24 hours per day, 365 days a year.
KC Security Services, where peace of mind is a matter of choice, your one-stop shop for all your security needs.
welcome back to First Local for Friday, November the 20th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you very much to KC Security for your sponsorship, and also to the Festival of Trees, whose raffle is still going on as well, and they have their draws today as well for the prize raffle. There was a comment on Facebook I just want to address about why we're not wearing masks. We're a private workplace, which means we have different rules. We're kind of like in each other's social bubble. We don't have any outside guests into the entire building unless they're actually a Sue Online or on TV employee. And also, we're also defined as essential service too, which allows us to stay open because news is defined as an essential service. And obviously during these times, news is very essential, so we get to get out what's happening. So, off to sports now.
Well, thanks for explaining that, and it was a good question to ask, so thank you. And if you do have questions, send them in so we can respond to them right away.
Also, when you're talking through a mask,
I was just about to do
through your mic, it's actually, there's a lot of interference.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see my lipstick.
You wouldn't see any of our expressions either.
Just kidding.
Kind of,
and also, if you move the mic and you move it so it's underneath your collar, if you turn the other direction, you can't hear it. Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on to sports, but thanks again for that question. Thunderbirds are opening up their season tonight. Way to go, die-hard hockey fans in the city. We actually have some hockey to look at, to go watch. They're going to play their first game at the John Rhodes against the Blind River Beavers. Last season, in 8 meetings against the Beavers, they were 4-4. So should be a good match this year. They did have one overtime win, and other than that, actually, the Beavers had a record season in 2019. I didn't know that.
Really?
Do you follow the Thunderbirds? Yes, you do. You have to say yes.
A little bit.
Well, setting a new franchise record for the most wins, 37, and most points, 78 in their season, in the regular season, which is pretty impressive.
They've been doing well over the last few years. I know that. Yeah.
So that sounds like a good matchup. Go see it if you can. The Seahawks played last night. Do you remember who we played?
Actually, we'll be at the game tonight, aren't we?
Yes, we will be at the game.
Covering it.
You said, or Seahawks, I think is what we call it, right?
And I said I was going to question you guys on the Thursday night or so.
I hope Chris watched or whatever, checked into it, because
I'm not even going to waste your time. Let's just get right into it.
Seahawks won.
Well, yeah, you just read my paper. Come on.
Yeah,
you asked him if he knew the answer, so
you knew you would give me that kind of answer. That's why. So the Seattle Seahawks beat the Cardinals 28-21. The quarterback was awesome. He was back on his game. Most recently, he hasn't been doing very well, but the biggest boost for Seattle was the return of their running game. So they rushed for 79 yards and a 2-yard touchdown.
that's a long run.
It's not good either. Anyway, but congratulations to Seattle and for Dante for picking the right team.
Yes, Dante made a star
And
appearance.
quickly, we just want to let you know the Detroit Lions are playing on Sunday against the Carolina Panthers. Who are you taking?
Well, Detroit Lions are almost they're almost 500 looking at them. But I'm going to call the Panthers on this one.
Ooh, I'm going Detroit.
I'm going to go with Detroit too. The reason being is Panthers are doing horrible this year.
They are.
Yeah, because they traded their quarterback to New England.
Well,
right?
But it is Detroit, so I don't...
Okay, so you're going to buy us coffee when you're wrong? There it is.
Yeah,
That's
I think
a bet.
that is.
That's a bet.
That's the Monday's bet.
Well, we'll find out when we argue. While you watch this commercial, we're going to argue with Dan on what to buy us. We'll be right back.
I want an expensive coffee.
Starbucks it is.
Yeah.
Aiden, get dressed. Buddy, no. Almost there. Lift your leg. Yep. Aiden, get dressed.
For someone with MS, living in a body that doesn't listen to you some days
Get dressed.
can be an act of greatness.
COVID-19 is a serious public health threat. All Canadians must act now to reduce the spread. Avoid crowded places and practice social distancing. Avoid non-essential travel and stay home as much as possible. Self-isolate if you may have been exposed to COVID-19. Stay connected with neighbors, friends, and family. When you take care of yourself, you take care of others.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Good morning and welcome back on your Friday morning just after 8:26. Thank you to our sponsors, Wireless Com for sponsoring our camera, KC Security for sponsoring the show, and of course the Festival of Trees. So let's get into the weather watch, or not weather watch, or 7-day first. I'm jumping the gun.
Oh, Mike laughed at you.
Oh yeah, I heard it in my ear. So the weekend is not too bad. 5 degrees on Sunday, but then snow is back on Tuesday. Only a high of the freezing mark. And we creep back up again. Look at this, 6 degrees by next Thursday. So we're still doing pretty well considering we're going into December just about. One more week, a week and a half or so. So we're going to see overnight temperatures continue to be around the freezing mark and then hover up to around 2 degrees again by next Wednesday and Thursday. So that's what your 7 days looking like. And by the way, your sunsets are now around 5 p.m., 4:59 Eastern time to be exact. Days are getting shorter. Now let's look at the weather watcher photo. And yes, okay, so this one is from Banff. This one is sent in from Peter and Nancy Oldcorn. So Chris would know this.
No, I wasn't with them.
You weren't with them, but you
No,
were
I was babysitting their dog when they went.
There you go. So thank you very much for sending that in. I hadn't had one from them in a while. So
That's
do you have
very beautiful.
Yeah, look at the colors. So send in your photos.
In Calgary, so
Yeah. Send in your weather photos and videos to ontvweather@gmail.com. Include your name and location, and we'll get them up here on the show for you. And yes, Chris has got your holiday pick coming up.
What do you have today?
This is our big holiday pick. So today it comes from Sarah Laposse, and it is our holiday pick of the day. She's entered in the draw for 2 different things from Habitat for Humanity. The big ticket draw, which is for $5,000 gift certificate for Sioux Mill Build-All. As well as there's the 5th annual Builders Bash as well. You get a taco kit and a margarita kit, and then they have like an event going on Facebook Live.
Nice fireplace.
Yeah, very beautiful decorations there. So that's today's entry. If you want to enter our contest, send it to ontvcontest@gmail.com, and that's on TV with 2 N's for the online news network. And make sure you join. Send your pick in there so you can win. Also, the Lung Health Foundation's Festival of Trees still has their 50-50 raffle going on, but tonight at 7 p.m. is the close for the silent auction. So if you want to bid on any of the silent auction
get your ticket
items, you got to go and do it today before 7. There's a link on our website, or you can go to festivalraffle.ca and get all the info there from the.
That was a beautiful Christmas picture. Like it felt like, you know, when you put the fireplace on.
It's very cozy.
Yeah. You know that TV station where you watch the fireplace.
That looks fake. Or whatever it is.
It was like something out of a Hallmark Christmas movie.
You can't come to my place. My place.
You know, when you watch
terrible.
When you watch the fire log things, you're waiting for that guy to poke.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
he's got his own social media channels.
Also, Good Lake Fire has their 50-50 raffle going on, so make sure you go and you can click on our website. There's a banner there to go through, and you can buy your tickets for the fire raffle.
Still going over here.
No, you
I gotta get in all this stuff.
Chris is trying to get that out. You're snorting at him.
Well, we're laughing at him.
Trudeau is at 11:30 today. Ford's at 3:30, and there's a possibility that Ford will be doing 2 press conferences today. We will carry both if that is the case. I'm Chris Oldcorn with
Colette Linden
and Weather Daniel. Have a great weekend.
Have a fantastic morning. See you back here at 11:30.